What's up, dudes? Hi guys, I know I haven't done a video like this in a while. Sorry, just kind of chose to do my channel a little bit differently. But I thought I'd come back and definitely talk about what it's been like since I've been sleeping in a hammock for over a year now. So a lot of people just, when they first hear I get in a hammock, they start worrying about all these different things, and I'll get into it. But I'm first just going to start on why I decided to go and purchase a hammock to replace my bed. So originally it all just started like 6 years ago. I finally actually laid in a hammock of this style, one without the bars. By the way, the ones with the bars are really easy to tip. These, you have to try really hard to tip yourself out of the hammock. So I laid in one of those. It was super comfortable. I liked it. Always wanted to buy one, but never did for some reason, just to go hang out in parks. When I decided to go vegan and stuff and change my lifestyle a lot, I was questioning several things. I always thought these were comfortable. I wanted to do more space savings, which is really nice. I find with my hammock I can do that. In the room I have now, I have my hammock hung and I keep 3 bikes in my room. Maybe I can get a little pan shot of my room or a picture. Small room, but I like keeping all my bikes in there because I like taking care of them, and I can move my hammock out of the way if I want to do stretching or yoga or something, roll my mat out. I've got all the room I need. Tight, cozy room, but I like it. And then also I was thinking about cost savings. For like some good beds, the beds that I have ever found comfortable, they tend to be the $2,000, $3,000. I found this hammock for $55 on Massdrop. If you wanted to buy the same one that I have, it's actually $65 when you don't get it like in a group sale or anything. But that's really not that bad in consideration for what a mattress, sheets, all these other things that you gotta have. So it's cheap. I have the Eno double nest, not the single nest. I wanted to do the double just in case I wanted more width. Also, double nest is good if you want to hang out with 2 people in the hammock. It does support 2 people. I've had someone else in the hammock. I haven't tried, having someone sleeping. That's something, I don't know. You'd have to ask someone who's actually done that. I don't know anyone. But yeah, I find it really comfortable. So we'll get into some of like the immediate questions and thoughts people have when they hear that I sleep in a hammock. First one that always comes to everyone's mind is your back. They're like, oh my god, your back has gotta hurt every single night. Every time you wake up, I don't know how you do it. I find that never to be an issue. I get it with the whole idea of how a hammock cradles and lays. If you look at how I am right now, the hammock arches. But the whole idea of sleeping in a hammock is to lay sideways. So if I turn myself sideways here, if you'll see, I have the hammock kind of coming up here and coming up there, and that leaves me, I don't know how well this works, pretty straight. And you can adjust yourself. You can adjust, have like a taut line. There's lots of adjustments you can do to get the hammock to lay how you want. So at home I have it like perfectly set up every single time, and I find it very comfortable. Even when I don't have it totally set up, it's still very, very comfortable, and I've never had back issues. Only thing I had was the first night, my neck hurt a lot. And that was just because I used too big of a pillow. I was used to sleeping on a bed where I wanted a big pillow for my head and my neck. I find now all I really want is a very small pillow just to go behind my neck. Just neck support is the only thing I want. Some people do like something underneath their knees, but I've never had an issue. So that's just choice. You'd have to experiment with it. Next thing people often wonder about is Oh, aren't you just gonna flip out of that? I roll around in my sleep all the time. I would just fall out of that. I'm someone who did kind of used to roll around and move around quite a bit in my sleep. I found in the hammock, I'll wake up quite often in the same position. But rolling out of a hammock like this, if you've ever been in one of these hammocks, it's very hard to do. I've never done it. I've tried before. I've had myself, if you notice, I have red ends on this hammock. I've been laying literally like on the red, and I still have to greatly shift my weight in order to get myself to roll out of the hammock. So, never been an issue. Oh yeah, people question about like getting in and out of the hammock, and getting in and out, it's not a big deal. Also, like if you're setting it up in a room, you have all the options. As long as you can find studs or something, you can get the hammock to the height you want. So when you turn and sit, then if you like sat up, then you can have it so that your feet would be on the ground. Obviously, I'm a little far away right now. That's okay. Well, obviously, another reason why I got the hammock is because I like doing some crazy cool things. Although this was not my original intention with this hammock, to be so high up in a tree, but it lends itself to it. It works for it. I just find it really comfy. I've done some tree camping videos. If you've seen this, I'm in one of the sycamores that I did a tree camping in, but I found a better place to hang the hammock. Super cool. I've had a few people walk by. They think it's super cool. Yeah. So, should you try a hammock? It's really up to you. If you ever see someone just out in a park that has one of these hammocks hung up, just ask them to lay in it and think it's... most people who have hammocks like this think it's super cool when people enthuse about it, because quite often we think it's really awesome. So, can't go wrong there. I can't say enough good things about it. I've really enjoyed. I don't ever plan to go back to a bed. I'm sure I will not sleep in a hammock sometime. I'm sure there's going to be some camping trip or bikepacking trip where it's going to be easier to just not do it, or if I'm, say, riding through the desert, there's like no trees, or there's not as many trees to do it. So yeah, I'll definitely enjoy. If you have any questions about sleeping in a hammock or any just hammock related questions, I'd love to answer them. Maybe put up more videos. I don't know if you guys like more videos like this talking about weird topics. Let me know in the description below, and have a good one.